What's up, Wolfpack, and welcome to another video about BMT. Today I'm going to talk about money and getting paid and how all of that works during BMT. And if there is one thing you take away from any video I make, it's this piece of information right here. Save up as much as you possibly can before he or she leaves for BMT, because that first month is going to be really, really tough if you don't have savings or you don't have a job. So here's I'm going to break it down for you guys. Here's how it works. They'll leave. I'm going to use Jeremy as an example. Jeremy left December 15th. Okay? He did not get paid until January 15th. That was a whole month of no pay. That first paycheck was $400. Had I not had a job and had we not had savings, that month would have been so hard. And I've heard it so many times from so many different people. When is my husband going to get paid? We don't have any money. We can't pay our bills. This first paycheck was so small, like blah, blah, blah. And it's tough. So save as much as you possibly can before he or she leaves, because it's going to be tough if you don't. And especially if you don't have a job as well, or if you don't have a job that covers all of your bills, which most don't in this situation. A lot of you have kids. That makes it a little bit harder, a little bit more expensive. And so, make sure that you have savings. That is like the one thing I need you guys to take away from these videos. Have savings before they leave for BMT. So here's what happens. Like I said, Jeremy left the 15th. He didn't get paid until January 15th, a month later, December, January. Okay? That first paycheck was $400. What happens that first paycheck, they usually get their base pay and that's it. Then what's taken out of that base pay is some money for like a uniform and for like a card that they can use at like the BX and stuff to get things that they need. So that money's just taken out of their paycheck. So that first paycheck is usually really small. For us, our second paycheck was then $5,000, which was like, what? I looked at it and I was like, I hope that's what his pay is forever now. But no. What happened was our BAH was about $3,100 a month because of where we lived. We lived somewhere with a very high cost of living. And now BAH will be paid for where you live. Your zip code, or it'll be his zip code of enlistment or your zip code of residence. It's not based on where he is for BMT, but where you, the spouse, are. Okay? So for us, I was in Walnut Creek, California, which is a really, really expensive area. So we were getting $3,135 a month in BAH, which was insane. We were getting $250 a month in separation pay, and then we were getting his base pay, which was an E1 pay. Okay? If your spouse goes in at a higher rank, then they will obviously make more money. This was our situation. So when that second check came in, that was half the month's base pay. This would have been on the 1st, February 1st. It was base pay for those 2 weeks. It was BAH for the whole last month and separation pay for that whole month. That's why it was so high, was because we hadn't gotten the BAH or the separation pay in that first check. None of that ever got taken away from us. None of that was not us getting overpaid. That was back pay because we didn't get BAH or separation pay in that first check. That's important. If you feel like you're getting overpaid, I would only use what you need and set aside the rest just in case the Air Force comes and takes it away from you. That did not happen to us, but I have heard it happen to other people. Our third check then evened out. It was around $2,300, which ended up being what his checks remained throughout the remainder of BMT. Again, our BAH was really high. That's why that number might sound higher than most of you were used to or are used to with BMT pay or just Air Force pay in general. We do not get paid anywhere near that amount anymore now that we are somewhere with a lower cost of living. But that BMT pay was incredible, and that was a really great time for us to put a lot into savings because we were getting so much money. I have heard of people not getting BAH or separation pay that entire time. Separation pay you don't get until 30 days after the separation, so that's why that didn't come in. BAH was just behind. That's why we didn't get it right away. A lot of people don't get it. A lot of people don't get it the entire time they're in BMT, which is like crazy. I can't believe that happens. I feel so bad for those people. I hope that doesn't happen to any of you. It can be really rough if you're only getting that base pay for those months. You do not get BAS because that is specifically just for your airman, and he would only get it when he's living off base. So we didn't get it in BMT or tech school. He gets it now though for Mountain Home while we are living off base and whatever. And that money is supposed to just be for him. It's not supposed to be for both of us. I don't know. It all comes in the paycheck, so it all gets used for everything. But that's what it's for. It's for food for him. Really, just the important things to remember are your pay is going to be weird. It might not even itself out at all until tech school or even until your duty station. Once your husband is out of BMT and has the ability to check his LES, make sure he goes back and checks and sees and makes sure that everything is good, talks to finance, whatever needs to be done if you feel like your paychecks didn't come in right. We ended up being pretty lucky and our paychecks came in correct almost every check. So it just was weird. It was a very small check, a very large check, and then it was evened out by that last check. So definitely stay on top of it. Make sure things are good. I don't feel like there's really too much to worry about with BMT pay as long as you remember it's weird and you put some money in savings before he leaves so that you have money to work with while he's gone, because it will be a little while until he gets paid. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Check out the description box below for more BMT related information, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye! So this video is about before they've left. This is when you've got a few weeks and emotions are high, stress is high, he or she has a lot to learn, and you are trying your best to help, but you just don't know what to do.